What's going on, you guys? Back here. It's another day on this leach field project. We left off yesterday. We got the leach field marked out. Mini's ready to dig. So we're gonna start digging that out this morning. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna start digging on this, and we'll see you guys in a bit. So that doesn't work because that elevation there that this laser is set at is the bottom of our field, which is going to be below everything. So the bottom of our field is essentially higher than this pipe, which means the D-box, everything going in is being pitched backwards. This wouldn't be a problem if this was a pump system, but this is all gravity fed. So we're going to have to call the engineer here and see what she wants to do about this. That's about a foot off, so we're gonna see if bring you guys over here real quick. I bring you guys over here. We got the bottom of our bed kind of roughed in based off the soils where I feel like the good draining soils are, which is right down in there. And then where this laser is shooting was like right up on this edge, right up here, like right where my top of my shelf is. So yeah, that's gonna be a little of a problem here. So I'm gonna give the engineer a call, see what she wants to do. She's probably just gonna say lower the elevations and put a vent in. So, but we gotta confirm that with her before we make any decisions. Hey Lori, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm not calling it too early, am I?
Oh God, no.
Oh,
I'm up at 5, so.
Sometimes I call my office lady at 9 and she's just getting up, so. So I'm getting set up here this morning to dig out the leach field.
Okay.
When I put in my elevations from the plans, basically the bottom of field is higher than the outlet pipe coming out of the tank.
Really?
Yeah, by like a foot.
Huh.
So
I wonder how that happened, because I normally, is this a new tank or is it an existing tank?
no, we're keeping the existing tank because the plans had called for checking the condition of it. So I did that yesterday. I dug along it. I checked the seam. I checked the overall condition of it. It's a tank that's in great shape.
Okay.
The field.
And it's 1,000 or 1,500? If I had down, we had less than a 2-minute perk rate there.
Yeah.
So that's why I needed a 5-foot separation to groundwater. So I requested a variance to 4 feet. So if it was just a little bit slower, if it was a 3-minute perk rate, then I can get a variance from 4 feet to 3 feet. You know, so if it was, I would be concerned. But the fact that we're at least 3 feet above that seasonal groundwater, you know, that's not so bad, because if it was just a teeny bit slower of a perk rate, we could have done it the way it's going to be done anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so you actually
you
have to go higher with the system, the faster it drains, and then lower with the system, the slower it drains?
No, so the faster the perk rate, the greater separation we need.
Oh, really?
To the groundwater. Yeah, so a 2-minute perk rate, you need 5-foot separation to groundwater.
Yeah.
So, but with a 3-minute perk rate, you only need, because they say the faster it goes, the less it has time to have all the bacteria get out of it before it reaches groundwater going through the soils.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the slower the perk rate, the more time it trickles down to the groundwater, and there's a less chance of it. And does he have a well, or is it town water?
Town water.
Okay, so that's even better. But, so we should be fine an inch and tenths. You know, 0.17 is 2 inches and tenths. So, you know, so anywhere from 0.1 to 0.2 minimum from the septic tank to the D-box in your, you know, per foot coming out. So say, you know, whatever that length is. So whatever your length is from your septic tank to the end of your D-box. So say that's 15 feet. 15 times 0.01. I think you can put 0.015 because that's a little bit between, you know, 1 and 2 inches. So 0.015, and then whatever that gives you, that's going to be your drop from the tank.
The D-box.
Because the invert is from the bottom of the pipe out of the tank to the invert to the bottom of the pipe going into the D-box. And that'll give you your the pitch you need to make it work.
Alrighty. So you're gonna answer that question. We're gonna have to do a little bit of coagulations here. It's a shame because this stuff right here is real nice, but I guess we gotta. So probably have to bring some of that. Probably bring some of that back in. Probably should have done this before, I started digging, but I don't know, I wasn't thinking. I just thought that we had enough pitch. I didn't think it was that close. It's a lot like that one we did at the beginning of the year there, where we had to, there was basically almost barely in the ground. That one we did in Southwick there by the track. It's pretty much the same thing here. So it's not even like the other one we just did where it's deep in the ground. It's actually the opposite, which works in our favor. It's a lot less digging, a lot less labor. Makes it a little bit easier. So anyways, we'll figure out these numbers and then probably give her a call back and make sure we're good. Alright guys, never mind. I was working through the numbers with the engineer, and then I looked at the plans and saw that the existing grade, basically right at the corner of this house, which means where this grass is, was at 100, and my benchmark was at 100, and I was doing the bottom of the siding at 100. So you can tell there's probably about a foot and a half difference between the bottom of the top of grass here to the bottom of the foundation, or the bottom of siding. So I just reran the numbers using the corner right there by the gutter on the ground as my 100, and I called the engineer and she said, yeah, that's what I do when I am, Alright, anyways guys, sorry I had to take that call. I don't know where I picked up at, but essentially what I was saying was the corner of that house at the grade is 100. So I ran the numbers and it's actually pretty much right where it needs to be. It's a little bit low right here, but we can definitely dig it out and kind of rake it around a little bit. But that's pretty much, it's actually pretty much exactly spot on. It's maybe 6 inches too low. So that's where we want to dig it. That's kind of what I thought, but the numbers weren't matching up before. But now we got it figured out. So we're going to keep digging here, chugging along. The guy I just talked to was a referral from a lady at the gym. Not sure who it is. I don't really talk to too many people at the gym, but I guess she had given my number to this guy. So whoever you are, thank you. I have to track you down and say thank you to you, and maybe we can start hanging out at the gym at some point. But yeah, anyways, we will start doing some more digging here. Alright guys, it's just about 1:30. We have this entire leach field dug out. Got it shored on the sides, piled up all right here, 30 feet long, 15 wide. We're good to go. This natural soil here is actually really good. For you guys that are Connecticut or Massachusetts installers, closest thing I can compare this to is like C33 sand. It's not like a sugar sand, it's more like a powdery, no, I shouldn't say powdery, but like a flour sand. Kind of like the C33 is, where you can kind of compact it in your hands. It's not necessarily really granular, but yeah, this is really good stuff. I've been real lucky lately. Actually, I've been real lucky all year with getting some good sites. I mean, usually I only get a site like this once or twice a year. This is probably my probably my third, fourth site that's had nice soils like this, and I think maybe potentially one more this year. But yeah, I mean, I can't complain working in these nice soil conditions. I wish all my jobs were like this. We would definitely be able to crank out the work, but take it for what it is and make the money and move on. But yeah, so that's it for today. We will be heading up to the site work job to move part of that pile that we have there by the main entrance there. The concrete pump truck guy said to push it back a little bit so you can get in there a little bit more, by about 10 feet or so. So we're gonna head up there now that we get finished up early. It's just about 1:30. We started, once we got through warming everything up and getting elevation set and kind of getting everything figured out, we started about 10. So it's a pretty quick day to dig this out. Definitely seems like, I think that's a record for me, honestly. I don't remember ever finishing up one this early. But anyways, we will head up to the site work job, get that moved since we have the extra time, and then we will be back here actually maybe not even tomorrow, because I have to get my first inspection done. So I let the engineer know already. I'm still trying to get a hold of town, but I have pipe and stone scheduled to come in tomorrow, Thursday-ish. So we'll definitely continue on this once our first inspection is done. But the ball's in their court, so just waiting on them, and then yeah, we'll continue moving. So we'll see you guys, I guess, back up at the site work job, because we will probably do a little bit of filming then, and then that'll be it for the day. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I guess I probably should have called the builder or the concrete guy before I came up here. About 45-minute ride up here, and this is the pile that's got to get moved. Those are the forms for the footings. They're in the way, so I wanted to basically take all this and make a big ramp right here so the truck can come right in. I thought this was going to be enough for him, but apparently not, because he was nosed up right to this when I was here. He was pouring the footing, so that kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to come back at some point, but it is what it is. I mean, whatever. It's good to kind of check on things too. So show you guys what we got going on here, though. While we're here, might as well show you the footings. So there's the footings. This is the garage right here. I'm not exactly sure why everything's shifted over, because we gave them, or I gave them, plenty of room, I feel like, but maybe the way it's square, because me and the builder pulled the tape and pulled measurements, and for some reason everything's kind of shifted over a little bit in some spots. Like this, we knew this was gonna be a little tricky, which sucks, but like this whole thing, this one's good, but that one over there is right against the wall. Then this one here is real bad. I dug right where the builder told me to, because he measured it, and this is right against the wall, but all this is open. So I don't know, maybe they like I said, they had to shift things around. Maybe they changed some things around after we dug this, but I don't know. But yeah, they got the footings in. Like I said, this floor is staying. This side came out good. I always hate seeing concrete guys, you know, not have something like this, because I feel like, you know, it's my fault, and I should have gave it more room or dug it better or something. You know, if they're struggling, I don't want any sub to struggle because of my work. You know, it's not fair to them. But this also wasn't the most straightforward site either, with ledge and having to save this floor and everything else. But this site came out good. This one was a little tight too. They got it poured right against the dirt here. They didn't even form on the other side of it. So Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this is it right here. This is the addition. I think this is gonna be a bedroom here. It's down that way. And then back over to where we started, this way right here. Then we got the step up right there. So yeah, not bad. And then back where we started. This side was the worst, but we also struggled with this garage quite a bit. So yeah, we'll have to do a better job next time. But I didn't get any calls, so it couldn't have been that bad. But anyways, we're done for the day then. We're gonna have to come back here at some other point when the concrete guys are getting ready to pour the frost walls and they get those forms out of the way so we can move that dirt. So we're gonna head back home for the day, go do some office work. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. What's going on, everybody? So I think day 2, really day 3, working on the septic system. I didn't get too much done here yesterday because I ended up having to go back to that site work job, moved the pile out of the way for the concrete contractor, then had a couple meetings, and by the time I got back here didn't have too much time. Yeah, sucks, but it is what it is. But we did get the D-box set yesterday, so today we are going to start running our fingers and start setting this field. Not that big of a system, 4 wide, 3 long, so just like the last one. But yeah, so we got everything set to elevation, laser shot, machines are warmed up, so we are going to start on our lines here. Alrighty guys, so we got 4 lines in. They're D-box set. Everything's at elevation besides these lines. They're just roughly set in there now. But the D-box is at elevation. So yeah, we are starting to set up our field. But we are out of here for the day. It's just around 3 o'clock. We have to head up to the site work job to have a meeting with a plumber and the concrete guy so they can set a sleeve for where the septic line is coming out of that house. So I gotta drive 45 minutes up there, so meet with them for a little bit, and then yeah, so today's Friday. That is it until Monday. I was gonna work a bit tomorrow, Saturday, but I don't think I will. I have office stuff to do that I get caught up on, and I think we're in good shape here on the septic job. Not too much more to do here, other than set these lines and then get it pumped out and hook up the tank to the field. So yeah, we're not in bad shape here. So we will see you guys Monday, and yeah, have a good weekend, everybody. What's going on, guys? Today is Monday. We are back here on the septic job. We got the first row in Friday afternoon. Not set the elevation or anything, but we got them roughed in there, so that's good. So this morning we will get our laser set up, shoot the elevations for those lines coming out, and then pitch them the correct way, stone them, and rip and roll. We have, and then we'll have to expose the leaching pits, probably collapse them, get the tops of them exposed, because we have the tank pumper coming in tomorrow morning, so he'll pump out those pits as well as the tank tomorrow when he's here. And then we should be able to tie things in and call for inspection either later tomorrow or Wednesday morning. So yeah, we're going to grease the machines and then start working here. See you guys in a bit. Well, I'm trying to use my skid steer here and it's locking me out of the machine. I'll show you guys what's going on here in 1 second. This is freaking stupid. Tell me I gotta go to the dealer to get it undone. It's got me completely locked out. So let's just redo this. 1 second here. Get this thing reset. So I put it on, boom, comes up like it should. And then we'll punch in our password. So we get our password in. Then I go to start it. It says inhibit engine start. You hit this, it gives you this. Which it's like, I had it warming up and then I turned it on. Why is it locking me out? What the heck? So I guess I gotta call the dealer now. It's always freaking something, man. What the freaking hell?
Press 2 for service. Press 3 for equipment sales.
Probably
4
2, right?
for a Hearn rent. 5 for admin. 6 for hours and
We'll go 2.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Hearn Equipment. This is Matt. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Connor Fleury from Fleury Excavation. My SVL 75 has got me completely locked out of my machine. It said I gotta call the dealer to unlock it.
I got you. So yes, there is an issue this morning. You're probably the 6th phone call I've taken this morning. Kubota's having some sort of issue with their app. But I do have a quick and easy fix to get you up and running.
Yeah, so, I don't have the app on my phone, so why would it affect my machine?
Because I think the machine has telematics and something on Kubota's end. I don't have a good answer yet. I know Kubota's still trying to figure it out. But I'm going to text you over a PDF right now that's going to show you how you can get your machine up and running.
Okay.
So I just texted that to you. If you have issues with that or it doesn't work, please let me know.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thanks. You're welcome, Connor.
Yep,
Bye.
goodbye. That's weird. Well, look at this PDF file he's got here. Here's what they sent me. So I guess if you're ever having problems with your SVL 75-3, just follow that. This is going to be my first time doing this, so we're going to get through this together. So first step, it says, the engine turned off, press both buttons at the same time for 2 seconds to enter dealer mode. Enter owner passcode. Select which language you wish to use. So if we do, it's saying to hold this button down, the start button, and this button down for 2 seconds. So hang on here, let me try to do that here. 1, 2. So that was 2 seconds. So then we're going to select our language. So we want English. And then we want to go, come on, then we want to go settings. So I go settings. And then we want to go inhibit engine start setting. Scroll down to select inhibit engine start setting button. So hit that. Then slide the function software switch to off. Then hit the check button. So if we go off, then we go check, inhibit engine start setting, verify the machine will start. So boom, boom, boom. We just did all this. I'm just gonna go back now. See if she runs. Enter our password. There it goes. Alright, perfect. That was easy. So that's how you do that, folks. Alright, now let's get started. Alright guys, so we got the field pretty much built. Just gotta break up that little bit of stone tomorrow, cut the ends of our pipes even, and then cap them, and then cut that observation board down and put solid on it. A little bit of work to do on that, but not a lot. And then as you guys saw here, we crushed this pit. I crushed the other one too, but I didn't film it. Crushed this one, crushed that one, gave them a little spot to stand in. That way when they're pumping, they got somewhere to stand. But yeah, get the tops ripped off so they can pump them out tomorrow. That's ready to go for tomorrow. Pit's ready to go for tomorrow. So we got plenty to go for tomorrow, which is good. Yeah, as you can see, these pits failed. They're holding water, so I need a new field, which is surprising here because there's really good sand here. But I suppose after a while the aggregate does carry over and sludge in it. So yeah, but as far as tomorrow goes, we're in really good shape here. So we will we're getting that pumped, I think like 8 or 9 tomorrow. So that'll be what we're waiting for tomorrow. Then once everything's pumped out, we'll go ahead and crush those pits, fill them in, and then hook up our existing tank to the new field, and we're ready for inspection. Then do those odds and ends, and that's it. I called for inspection for last thing tomorrow, meaning like 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, which is what it is now, or for first thing Wednesday morning. The town person said, what the heck is that? Town person said they won't be out here till Wednesday morning, which is fine. And then I'm not sure when the engineer's coming, but she's usually able to get out here pretty quick, so I'm not too worried about that. We got plenty to do in the meantime anyways. The homeowner added on a little bit of work for us. We got to clear this vegetation out right up to this tree, right back to the fence, pile it up, then throw it in the woods. So we can work on that while we're waiting. The homeowner and I actually cut a deal. There's a quad back here. I'll probably show you guys at some point, but basically traded them the work plus $100 for the quad. So it's a Honda 200 4-tracks, I think is what it is. Maybe I'll go over and show you guys right now. But yeah, we cut a deal for that and bartered a little bit. So works out good for me, works out good for him. Yeah, there's the quad right in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's underneath all that stuff. But yeah, that's the quad right there. I think it's like an 80s machine. But yeah, he's moving out of here. So obviously, crap, the less he's got to take, the better. So yeah, that shouldn't take me that long to do. So we'll work on that while we're waiting for inspection. And plus, actually, too, we got to work on our power rake because we broke the power rake. So yeah, we got plenty to do if we're waiting around. So, but yeah, this job moved along nicely. So we will we're gonna pack up and head out of here and pick up with you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.